All right, we're in the ArcGIS Online account and we're ready to do some mapping with the information we just added about markets. So here we are. Come to your My Content button. Make sure you're in the folder where you've added your information, your new items, and you're going to see a listing. So here's a list in My Content for the CSV file that I uploaded into the ArcGIS Online account, and to the feature layer, which we created when we published that information. We went ahead and shared the feature layer with the organization, and that shows right here. All right, so let's get to the mapping part. We can click on this to go to the information sheet, or we can go over here to the chevron, click the chevron, and we can add this layer to a new map, and that's what we want to do. So we'll add it to a new map, and the organizational account will open a new map, and that will soon become part of our content as well. And it's going to prompt us with some things over here in the table of contents, but what you'll notice is that it'll initially show you a view with a default base map for some of your information. We can go and zoom into a certain area using our search button, and it'll start suggesting places that match. I'm going to pick Escondido because I know that's where a lot of my data is. And then I'm going to change a base map, which I do by clicking on the base map button, and I want a nice light gray canvas because right now I'm really just concerned about looking at my data and working with my data. So I can adjust the size of the map here. I can adjust the base map that we just did. I can adjust the extent by zooming in or zooming out, and I can locate myself based on a search window here that will help me zoom into a particular area on the map. Okay, so you may notice here at the top of the table of contents we have three different buttons. One is the About This Map button, one is the Content View, and one is the Legend View. So let's click the Legend View first. Alright, we see the name of the information we have, which is markets, and a default symbology for that. The next is the Content button. Now the Content button is important when you want to access more information about the feature that you just added. As of July 2015, an upgrade to the ArcGIS Online interface provides users with a quick view of some of the most common analysis shortcuts that you can perform. If you want to have more information about performing analysis, these three blue buttons, the More options, can be clicked and you get a full menu. This replaced the small triangle chevron in previous iterations. Okay, so only when we're in content. When we go back to Legend, we don't see that option, but when we go to Content and only when we hover over the name of that item do we get these shortcuts. Okay, so the last button over here is the About button. When we click on this, we get a very short description of what we're looking at, and the power comes with the More Details link. When we go to More Details, it will take us to that information sheet from the item description that we've discussed in previous videos. Down here you'll have information that staff have added about this layer. You can have user constraints here. You can have a contact person and a phone number here. So if people are using your maps and they want to have more information about these individual layers, like how often are they going to be updated? What census year was this data sourced from? All these kinds of things you can find out if you're using someone's map or someone's using your data by going to the About button and then More Details.